Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. Welcome to Terror by the Pines. I am your horrifying host, Jason. This video is going to be a live unboxing of the Beauty of Horror Tarot. I have not opened the cards in this deck. As you can see, I still have the wrapping on them. I wanted to do a live reaction to this video because I don't really do them that often, and since this is more of a uh, fall Halloweeny deck, I figured I would do the unboxing, and then when it comes down to the fall season, I will do a full review of my working with this deck. There is a little bit of, I guess, controversy around this deck. This started as a Kickstarter deck that came out, I don't know. But it was originally a Kickstarter deck, and there's some backers, if not most of the backers who backed this deck, have not received their deck. This was just put on Amazon in June, or it was for sale on June, or in June rather. So there is that little controversy of people not getting the deck before it was put on Amazon or being shipped from Amazon, and also the cardstock is allegedly really shitty. So we shall see. Again, I still haven't opened the deck fully, but here is the gorgeous box. It's really big. There's nothing on the back. So when you open it, you have this gorgeous guidebook. It's going to be full color. I haven't really read through the guidebook, but it seems pretty generic. You have the meanings, you have the reversed, and I really enjoy that you get a full color of the cards as well. There is some spreads in the back, I believe. There's one. Yeah, so there are some spreads as well as the Beauty of Horror coloring books. Now, this is put out by, or the creator is Alan Robert, who does the infamous Beauty of Horror coloring books, which I have had in my collection before. So I'm very surprised that I didn't know about this deck until a friend told me about it. But I had to get this deck because it looked like a deck that is up my alley. I am a big horror fan, so this was something I figured I would add to my collection and see if it would work for me. So as I unwrap here, okay, let's see. All right, so, all right, this is interesting. So the back of the cards has this linen touch, but when you, let's see, actually no, the front is actually linen too, which some people had said that it's just on the back, but it is linen. It is a little thin, but I think the way with this deck will work, if you riffle shuffle, it's going to be great. As far as the durability, that's up for debate. The backing is non-reversible. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty thin. I have the Golden Girls Tarot, which is the crappiest cardstock in my collection, so I think this is a lesser degree of that cardstock. Okay, but I'm not a riffle shuffler. I am more over the hand, so I think this will hold up pretty well. Yeah. So it looks like these cards are going to be bold, they're bright, they're in your face, and I've seen a walkthrough of this deck, but I didn't see all of the cards, so this is definitely marking off some boxes. I do have some darker decks in my collection. I have the Tarot Z and the Zombie Tarot, which the Tarot Z is very dark, whereas the Zombie Tarot is cheeky, but it is a little dark. So this one looks more like a comic book type illustrations. Looks like most of the cards or most of the majors are following the traditional RWS illustrations. I did look up an interview with Alan, and he did do research on all of the symbolism of the tarot cards. It seems like this was a creation that was in the it took years to make, so I do appreciate that he did do his research. And also, this deck reminds me of the zombie deck that's called the Dead Weight, which is a indie deck that is, oh, I forgot what country it is from, but they're from Tarot Collectibles. Oh, okay, so these were the majors. Let me put this back. So yeah, if these are the majors, so it is, if you think of, it is pretty thin. But I think they would be great for overhand shuffling. For riffling, I'm not sure of the durability. So yeah, definitely follows the traditional. Very comic booky. It's a little humorous, a little tongue-in-cheek, a bit macabre, but it's not too dark. I'm really digging the minimalistic borders. I'm wondering how well it would be if they had no borders, but again, the border is very small. It doesn't distract from the artwork. Oh, back to what I was saying. Sorry, I missed my train of thought. So yeah, Deadweight from Tarot Collectibles is a all zombie apocalypse tarot deck that is very RWS. It's literally a clone of an RWS, but all of the people have been created as zombies. And that was a deck that has been on my list for a really long time. However, I didn't see the price being worth it. I believe it was around $60 or $65. I just didn't see the need for spending that much. The most I've spent on a deck was $50. Okay. Yeah, this is it's very tongue-in-cheek with its approach, but it does come across a little serious. That makes any sense. There's definitely a sense of dread and macabre, but it's not overbearing. It looks like it's going to be a fun deck to read with. It's going to be easy to pick up in terms of already knowing the tarot system. Definitely a deck to use around the fall season, Halloween season. Oh yeah. And this deck retails for, ooh, I think it's $21.99 or $24.99, and I got it off of Amazon for under $20. And so far for this type of production, I say it is worth the amount that I paid for it. The only gripe that I have right now, that I haven't used this deck yet, I haven't opened it clearly, is the box seems to be a little too big for this deck. There is a black and white version that you can actually color, and I was thinking of getting that as well, but then I thought I don't really have time to color, and I thought it would be cool to, just have the black and white version, but then there is reviews saying that the card stock is actually up above this, but the cards are going to be really massive, so you really couldn't shuffle them as a tarot deck. You would strictly use them only as a coloring book deck. And I really dig this type of coloring, so for me trying to replicate something that's similar to this would be really impossible. So going back to the production, the guidebook I like, the full color and then the text, but this is really huge. So if you put the cards in there, they are just going to, shake about. So I will have to put this in a tarot bag. But I get that this type of box will probably been best suitable for the non-colored version where you have to color in. I'm assuming this is how big the non-colored version cards are, which I fully get because you have to color them in. But I get that you have to house this big of a guidebook. Regarding the whole controversy aside, and then this thin-ish type cardstock, I think it's going to work for me because I don't really use my cards hard, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't riffle shuffle. I take really good care of my cards. So let's actually try shuffling. Okay, so they are nice. They are just sticking a little bit because they are fresh out of the wrap. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so it's going to work for me for sure. In terms of riffling, that's up for debate. I don't riffle shuffle. So, yeah. So far from this first impressions video, I'm really happy that I purchased this, and for the money that you spend on this, it is worth it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, I will see you for Tarot by the Pines.